What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike, aka Michael Mitchell, back at it again with another video. So in August of 2019, yes, last year, a whole year ago, I actually got something new to add to the channel, and that was the Apple Card. And guess what? I finally got my Apple Card after about a week of waiting and stress and tears and all this kind of stuff because I wanted it for the longest time. Finally got it. We are now 1 year later, so we're now in August of 2020. So I'm basically gonna do a 1 year review of the Apple Card to see if it was really worth it. Was it just a scam? Is Apple out here just getting people with this card? Is it a good card? Is it a decent card to have? Is it a card you should get? Let's find out right now. Let's go. It was one, if not the only credit card to have no fees at all. So that means no annual fee, no over the limit fee, no foreign transaction fees, no late fees, really no fees at all that go against you. The only thing you had to pay extra on the Apple Card was interest, and that's only if you didn't pay your bill off by the end of the month. And you know, here on Dollar Mike and on the channel and everything, we strive to pay everything off by the end of the month because we don't like paying interest. There's no point in paying for a product if you're gonna pay more for that product than what it actually costs. It's just that simple. Apple literally made the first credit card that encourages you not to pay interest. Every other credit card company out here wants you to pay interest because that's how they get paid. Apple said, nah, we don't care. We're actually trying to help the consumer, which seems kind of weird because they have to make money from this thing somehow. Apple would give you an entire tool built into the wallet app of your iPhone to show you exactly how much interest you would have to pay if you had to pay any, and it would tell you to pay this much so you won't have to pay any interest at all for that month. No other credit card does that. No other credit card probably will ever do that because, like I said before, that's how credit card companies make their money, from interest from you. Strive to always pay that credit card bill off by the end of the month, every single month, and you won't have to pay any interest, and you can essentially just use the credit card freely and you get points for it. So why not? You're getting free stuff. As long as you don't pay any interest, you're always gonna get free stuff when it comes to credit cards. Another credit card first on what I know was daily unlimited cash back. No other credit card that I have or that I know anyone else has gets daily unlimited cash back. That essentially means you go and buy something with your Apple Card, you'll get cash back for it, and that cash back will be deposited into your account, into your Apple Pay cash account, basically the next day, maybe 2 days, depending on how long the transaction time takes. But overall, most credit cards that I have, if I get cash back, it'll be about a month after I already made the purchase. With Apple, they said, nah, scratch that, we'll give you the cash back basically the next day or the day after. You would get 2% cash back if you use your iPhone to pay for anything. So anything with Apple Pay on the Apple Card, using this, you'll get 2% cash back anywhere. Doesn't matter. As long as Apple Pay is accepted, you pay with the Apple Card, you get 2% cash back. So for example, you go and buy something for $100 using Apple Pay on the Apple Card, you would get $2 back for spending that $100. You may say, Mike, $2 isn't a lot of money, but it is a lot of money because it's free money. You didn't do anything extra to get that $2 back. So essentially you made $2 from buying something for $100 that you were gonna buy anyway. That's literally how credit cards work. As long as you don't pay any interest by the end of the month, you're making free money. They're giving you free money to buy stuff that you were gonna buy anyway. You would get 1% back if you use the physical Apple Card, the nice titanium card. You would get 1% back if you use that to pay for anything anywhere else. So if a place didn't have Apple Pay, you use this thing and you would get 1% back. It's not a good 2% back, but hey, cash back is cash back, and that's also counted into that daily cash back. And on top of that, when you go and buy something with Apple Pay or with your physical Apple Card, it would show you the exact location, everything of the merchant, so you would know exactly where you bought something from, and there wouldn't be any hassles or anything like that. If somebody put a fraudulent charge on your account, you would know exactly where that fraudulent charge was, or they got a hold of your card number. You could change all that kind of stuff because the security is solid. It's a whole bunch of different things the Apple Card offered, and it's a whole bunch of different things the Apple Card still is offering. This is the only credit card that I know that over time, it's getting better. I don't know any other credit card that just gets better over time, but this is one of them, and I'll tell you exactly how right now. So on top of that 1% back on the physical and 2% back when you use Apple Pay on the Apple Card, you would get 3% back if you bought anything Apple. So that means Apple services, Apple products, you would get 3% back. But on top of that, over time, Apple has also added more 3% back offers. So now you get 3% back on not only Apple, but you would get 3% back on Exxon and Mobil gas stations. You would get 3% back when you go and spend money at Nike, 3% back with T-Mobile. So you pay for your T-Mobile bill with your Apple Card, 3% back. Go and use Uber or Uber Eats, you're going to get 3% back on that. Walgreens, 3% back on that. Duane Reade, 3% back on that. And they're just adding merchants, and basically anytime they feel like it. It's kind of random, but I mean, hey, 3% back. You can't really argue with that. If you watch some of my Apple Card videos on my channel, you already know this. But if this is your first video of me talking about the Apple Card, then yeah, you get 3% back in all these different places. You can't really go wrong with that. And that's whether you use Apple Pay or the physical card. Pretty cool stuff, and that's all happening over time. So your card is getting better over time. I don't know any other credit card like that. I don't have any other ones. I have 4 credit cards, maybe 5 in the future. We're kind of deciding on what credit card to get next. I kind of skimmed over security as I mentioned it in previous Apple Card videos, but security is great on the Apple Card. The Apple Card only has your name on it, so that's it. That's all that's on this card is my name. Nothing on the back. Nothing on the back. It just says Goldman Sachs, and it's a MasterCard. And on the front, you got your name and the Apple symbol, and that's about it. And the chip, if you need the chip for whatever purchases you make. Regardless, the security on this thing is amazing. If you need to go in and get a new Apple Card, for instance, somebody stole this one, or if you need to go in and change your Apple Card number, because the Apple Card number is all that stored on your iPhone in a secure place, you can go and do that anytime you want. So you can essentially get a brand new card number, I don't know, in seconds, and it's just like that. Crazy stuff, right? Crazy stuff. On top of Apple adding those 3% back offers, they've also added Apple Card monthly installments. So essentially, you can go and buy Apple products interest-free and pay that over time monthly. This is amazing. There's nothing wrong with that. It used to be on the Barclay Apple Card, but obviously they moved all that stuff over to the Apple Card because this is actually Apple's branded card, not Barclay anymore. Regardless, you can go and get a new MacBook, pay for it over time. You can go and get a new iPad, pay for it over time. The new iPhone, pay for it over time. Some AirPods, pay for it over time. All interest-free. Now, if you paid interest on this stuff, then no, I would say it's not a good bet. But since you don't have to pay any interest on it, I have no issue with it. There's nothing wrong with it. So go and do that as well. And that's a new feature on the Apple Card that wasn't on there at launch. So like I said before, this card is getting better over time. You don't know credit cards that do this. They don't really do that. Lastly, Apple will actually categorize your purchases. So if you buy something with food or travel or whatever, they'll categorize all those purchases and they'll give them different colors and whatnot. And you can kind of see that all laid out. It's not the most robust budgeting tool, but if you can see month to month, week to week, what you're actually buying, what you're spending money on, what you could cut back on, and the fact that they even have it at all is just fine enough for me. Like I said before, all these other credit cards, they don't care about you. I don't know if Apple cares about you or not, but I mean, these features seem like they care about you. Regardless, these other companies don't care about you at all. They literally just want your interest. They want you to miss a payment. They want you to do all those things so they can charge you those fees. Remember, Apple Card doesn't have any fees. They want you to do all those different things that's bad for your credit so they can make money off you. It's just that simple. Apple, I don't know how they're doing this to keep it a buck, but I mean, Apple has a lot of cash in the bank, so that's probably how it's actually working out. But I guess people are still, I don't know how this card's actually profitable for them, but I'm not mad at it at all, and I hope to see even more features in the future. So I basically gave you a whole rundown of the Apple Card from August of 2019 to August of 2020. I still make Apple Card videos every now and then as long as they have a decent amount of updates where I can talk about it and put it all into one video. But if you're looking for a new credit card or you're just a beginner starting out with credit, I would try to apply for the Apple Card, especially if you have an iPhone, because like I said before, you can only use this on iPhone. If you have an Android, sorry, I guess you can still kind of get an Apple Card if you find someone with an iPhone. I don't really know how that works. But if you have an iPhone, you can apply for the card. You can see what your credit limit is. If you decide to accept the card, then they'll do a hard pull on your credit, which is perfectly fine because you're getting a new card, so it makes sense. That's what happens. But if you decline the card, you won't have any hard pull at all. It'll only be a soft pull, so you don't have to worry about your credit dropping. So if you just want to apply for the card just to see what credit limit you would actually get, go ahead and check it out. You won't have to worry about your credit dropping at all because there's no hard pull as long as you do not accept the card. Once you accept the card, there will be a hard pull, but like I said before, that is temporary. And if you want to learn more about credit cards, make sure you check out one of my credit card videos where I basically go over credit cards and everything like that and explain like intricacies of credit cards because it is a lot of stuff. Also, my credit card miss video will help you out as well. So overall, do I actually recommend the Apple Card 1 year later? And yes, 100% yes. I see no issue with the card. If they're going to improve the card over time, continuing going forward in the future, then I mean, this card's going to get even better. I mean, this card could literally stay the exact same way it is right now, and I would still love it for what it is because it already offers a lot for nothing. Because remember, credit cards, most credit cards are free. There are annual fee cards, but like I said before, this is not an annual fee card. This card is free. So all that stuff you get, if you're going to buy that stuff anyway, go ahead and get that daily cash back. People use daily cash back to take trips. They use it to pay for gas. They use it for whatever. I actually use my daily cash back to pay for my cell phone bill. So I haven't basically paid for my cell phone bill or at least not the full bill in, I don't know, since I had the card. So about a year now. It's that simple. It's just cash. You can use the cash. You can take the cash out and put it in your regular bank account. It's all up to you. It's Apple Cash, Apple Pay Cash. You guys know what this is. It's like Cash App. It's like Venmo, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, do I recommend it? 100% yes. If you're a beginner, I think you should get it. If you're not a beginner with credit cards, I still think you should get it. I don't really see any issue. Let me know if you have any issues with the Apple Card down below in the comment section, or you can let me know on my Instagram. You can let me know on my Twitter, any of that kind of stuff. But if you enjoyed this video, if you want to hear me talk about the Apple Card more, if you need more Apple Card update videos, make sure you check out my Apple Card playlist. any of that stuff, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Apple Card news updates or Apple Card stuff updates in general. Personal finance, credit cards, all that kind of stuff. I got you covered because I'm Dollar Mike. That's what I do here on the channel. So make sure you check out the channel and see if you like anything else that might interest you. Regardless, that's all I got to say for this video. So I'm out. Dollar Mike. Peace.